Thank God we've got the internet. At least we can invade that territory. We've got many, many thousands of people listening that are going to hear this morning. We've had anywhere from 35 to 45,000 people go out and watch our videotape messages and listen to our audio messages. We're thankful for that, but it's not enough. And I am just stunned at what I see happening. But anyway, Jesus made it exceedingly clear these people are under the influence of some kind of an evil spirit. That's why his word has no place in them. They have a different father. So now they're claiming God as their father, and Jesus said, no, because you'd love me. Then he said they can't hear because they're not listening, rather, because it's impossible for them to hear. They can't. So what are they going to do? Verse 44 says, "You're of your father the devil, and the lusts of your father you will do." He was a murderer from the beginning, and abode not in the truth. Wherever you see the devil's work, you will find murder. Some type of murder, whether it be in an abortion clinic or whether it be an immunization clinic, you'll find some kind of murder going on. By the way, these doctors that want to shoot you up, take a little form with you that says that they will be personally responsible for anything that could happen to you with their own assets to the fullest extent of any disability that you wouldn't, they wouldn't come near you with that needle. All of a sudden you don't need it. Have you ever been in a situation where they order a whole bunch of tests and they find out you don't have insurance and they cancel the tests? Boy, you really needed those tests, didn't you? And so he pronounces this upon them, that their father was a murderer from the beginning, and abode not in the truth, because there's no truth in him. When he speaketh a lie, he speaketh of his own, for he is a liar and the father of it, the father of all lies. So who's running the show? Look at this in Madison here. Do you think any lies ever come out of the Capitol down there? Jim Doyle and his doilies? Boy, they sure messed up Fond du Lac, didn't they? They didn't do them much good. Mercury Marine is leaving, you know. The last one out of Wisconsin, would you please turn out the lights? And because I tell you the truth, you believe me not. Which of you convinceth me of sin? And if I say the truth, why do you not believe me? Why? They're under the influence. Just like somebody double drunk, driving down the road, weaving all over the place, feeling single and seeing double. He that is of God heareth God's words. Ye therefore hear them not, because ye are not of God. Period. That's why. Now, they don't know what else to say. They're at a loss for words. Then answered the Jews and said unto him, Say we not well that thou art a Samaritan and hast a devil? That was the best they could come up with. Jesus answered, I have not a devil, but I honor my Father, and ye do dishonor me. And I seek not mine own glory. There is one that seeketh and judgeth. Verily, verily, I say unto you, if a man keep my saying, he shall never see death. Now he's going to really throw him into confusion. How? With the truth. If you ever want to confuse people out there, tell them the truth. Can you imagine how confusing that would be to any of the systems that are operating out there? If you factor in the truth to our banking system, what are you going to come up with? If you factor in the truth to our state government, what will you come up with? Federal government, what would you come up with? They are constantly lying through their flossed teeth. It is amazing. And so he says here, verily, verily, I say unto you, if a man keep my saying, he shall never see death. Then say, know that thou hast the devil. Abraham's dead. See, now they thought they had him. Abraham is dead. Is he? No. How do we know that? What did God say at the burning bush? I am the God of Abraham and of Isaac and of Jacob. God is not a God of the dead, but of the living. Abraham's alive right now. So they said, Abraham is dead, and the prophets. And thou sayest, if a man keep my sayings, he shall never taste of death. Art thou greater than our father Abraham, which is dead? And the prophets are dead? Boy, they had a dead religion, didn't they? Dead, 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 dead. Go to Washington, D.C. sometime. There's one monument for the dead after the other. Lincoln Memorial, Jefferson Memorial, Arlington National Cemetery. Tomb of the unknown soldier. Tombs and monuments for the dead, 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 dead. Everything moving toward death. Jesus said, if you abide in him, you're not going to taste death. Somebody might expire, breathe their last, but they haven't tasted death. Because the Lord's right there to receive them. Right there. There's no gap between. He's right there. The angels carried off Lazarus unto Abraham's bosom. Right? How about that prodigal son when he came to himself and he came back? He said, instead of slopping the hogs here, and they wouldn't even give me any hog food, he said, I'm going to go back and just work for my father as a servant. I'm not worthy to be his son. And his father saw him coming afar off and ran to him. You know what? That boy didn't go home. He went to the father, and the father took him home. I'm telling you that you do not taste of death if you're a Christian. Your body expires, but the Lord is there at that instant. The angels are there at that instant, and you're carried under the very presence of the throne of God to the heavenly sanctuary. To be absent from the body is to be present with the Lord. What could be clearer than that? Of course, the theologians are always trying to play around with things, but really it couldn't be any clearer, could it? And so Jesus answered them. They were upset. They didn't know what to do with him. Because to them, everything was dead. Jesus answered, if I honor myself, my honor is nothing. It is my Father that honoreth me, of whom ye say that he is your God. Yet ye have not known him. Wait a minute. They led the whole religion and didn't know God? Could you have a Lutheran minister, Catholic priest, Methodist minister, who could minister all their life and not know God? Is that possible? Yet ye have not known him, but I know him. And if I should say I know him not, I shall be a liar like unto you. I love that plain talk, don't you? But I know him, and keep his saying. Your father Abraham rejoiced to see my day, and he saw it and was glad. Remember how he received him in a figure? When he was about to offer up Isaac and God stopped him. And remember that story? He received the risen Savior in a figure. It tells us in the book of Hebrews chapter 11. Then said the Jews unto him, Thou art not yet 50 years old, and hast thou seen Abraham? Jesus said unto them, Verily, verily, I say unto you, before Abraham was, I am.